All right, guys, we'll go ahead and open up the floor on Zoom. James, we can go ahead and start with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
here's
Oh, that was loud.
um, we've talked about doing the little things all season long and how sometimes you guys don't do the little things. Tonight, that rebound by Dante DiVincenzo and then the feed to you on the layup may have been one of the better like little things plays of the season. Just what has he brought to you guys in plays like that?
Yeah, no, I mean Dante, I think he's been super active ever since he got here. We're obviously encouraging him to shoot and have confidence, but there were so many different little plays that happened in there. I mean, Trey Lyles getting on the ground for that loose ball, you know, Davion, Fox, box outs on Pirtle that aren't going to show up necessarily in the stat sheet, but allowed us to close out possessions. I mean, that was big for us tonight, knowing that obviously they're a good rebounding team, but especially when they cut that lead, for us to get enough stops to win that game.
Sean Cunningham.
HB, a lot have been made about this awkward travel situation you guys had coming into today. How difficult was that to overcome during the game for you guys?
I mean, today was definitely different. I mean, there was that outlet pass that Fox threw to me, and mentally I caught that ball, but physically it just was not happening. So there was definitely some moments in that game where just kind of the flight and the travel, you're kind of sitting there, just trying to stay with it. But I'm just proud of our group for just being able to come out here and get this win.
Tony.
Yeah, Harrison. It seemed like based on your traveling arrangements, yeah, it's pretty wild. Seemed like you guys were more focused on this game than what was going on with you. Trying to get to your next destination. And it seemed like you had enough time to to sponge it all in and move on from the game last night. How was that situation? Just thinking about this game, going through that dilemma that you had in the last 18 hours.
I think the biggest thing for us was looking at last night as, that was a very important game for us. And, we didn't rise to the occasion. We kind of let the game slip away from us in the second half and why we let the game slip away. So coming to this game tonight, we knew that regardless of, the situation, the travel, fatigue, whatever it may be, we just want to try to do what we can to get a win. And, to keep our season afloat. And that's what we did.
Brandon.
Yeah, HB, kind of on that note, do you feel like tonight was the first we got to see of you guys really building an identity with this group? Because it's so many new faces from what we've seen earlier in the year. But, last night you guys fell in a big game, and then to come out tonight and respond in the way you did, how much does that say about this new group that you guys have?
It says a lot. Obviously we have a lot of different lineups out there. Guys, really giving it their all. And, it's good to have moments like these that build character. We can say that, we want to be resilient. We can say that, we want to bounce back. We want to get stops. We want to, do what it takes to win. But at some point you have to do it. Talk can only go so far. So for us to get this win tonight was good, but you also have to build on it, coming in the next game.
Jason.
HB, to follow up on that, you've had so many nights where maybe you're disappointed in the outcome or some of the execution. How proud are you to see a night like tonight where, you do put those things together and maybe you learn what it takes to be a real playoff contender?
Man, I thought it was great. Just because everybody had moments that everyone made big moments in the game. I think that's what I'm most proud about. It wasn't necessarily just, okay, Fox got hot or Domas had a great game. It was, we had literally had, everybody coming in, flying around, getting steals, blocking shots, boxing out, getting rebounds, all the little things, setting good screens on offense, diving, cutting, things that, not necessarily are going to be celebrated, but it's what's going to allow us to win more consistently.
Chris.
Hey, Harrison, you mentioned keeping the season afloat. How necessary did you guys view this game as for that to keep the season alive?
I mean, it was huge. I mean, last night and tonight, I mean, both teams, that are in the hunt like we are, they're ahead of us, obviously. So, trying to, whether it's tie-breaking position or just simply winning games, we realize how important they are.
All right, we'll do two more, Sean Cunningham, and then we'll close with Christos.
Yeah, Harrison, when you look at De'Aaron over the past few weeks or so, even since this trade, how well do you think he's playing? Where does it feel like? Does it feel like it's, among the best he's played this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, coming off injury, he's found his footing, he's found his rhythm. He's kind of back to, where he was, before, and I think he's in a great flow right now.
Christos, last question.
Harrison, what did you say about the level of resiliency that you brought in the last 4 minutes of the game, and how important is to maintain that?
I thought it was huge, for us to come out. I think, we got 3 or 4 straight stops in a row. That's something that, we haven't usually done, especially down the stretch. So I thought that was a step for us tonight. And then, just like I said, building that into the next game. It's one thing to have a bad loss like last night, to have a good team win tonight, and then to follow it up with, fill in the blank the next game, right? We want to continue to plug away and continue to have this level of effort, competitiveness, attention, detail, whatever you want to say, coming into the next game.